back for another For the Love of Crafting and Sharing, at the collaboration that we are doing this year. And for the month of February, we are supposed to scrap lift one of our kind of favorite people or favorite designers. And so I chose Heather, who is part of this collaboration as well. I just love how she is able to pull in all of this really cute paper, and she did that actually with an Echo Park collection, and she tends to use Doodlebug a lot more than any other collection, and Doodlebug always has these like fun cutesy things, and it's so hard for me to use that type of collection. And I know that this isn't a Doodlebug collection, but this collection from Simple Stories has this speech bubble paper, which I love, and it does remind me a lot of Doodlebug, and I don't think that I would have used it in such a big way if I had not scrap lifted Heather for this video. Now, I do follow her layout there by putting the 4x6 photos in the center, but I tend to just print 4x6 photos. I don't usually print smaller. Sometimes I'll do a 3x4, but usually not that often, just because I'm lazy and I don't want to resize photos before I send them off to the printers. So what I decided to do was I took my 4 photos, and instead of having them in a grid style like she does, I just went ahead and added them to either side at an angle. I then decided to pull out a few of these 3x4 cards that I'm trying to use up this year, and so I really want to pull out at least one card for every layout that I do this year. That's my goal, and I so far have succeeded. No, it's only February, so let's revisit that at the end of the year. Now, I liked that orange color because there's a orangey red color in the collection, but the saying there just didn't work for me. So what I went ahead and did was I found this other 3x4 card. I cut the saying out with a circle that says "It's a Boy's World," and then went ahead and added the orange on top of it and then the black on top of the orange. Now, I could have totally left that 3x4 card that came in the collection just the way it was, but in doing that, I didn't get the dimension from the "It's a Boy's World" circle by putting that up on pop dots. Now, to cover up the rest of the wording on the top, I did go ahead and cut out, there were 2x2 squares in the sticker sheet, so I went ahead and cut one out and kind of used it similar to a washi tape and added it to the top there. I cut this car out because I needed something over there on the side, and once you go back and look at it, like after everything is done, you can't tell at all that that is the top of a car and a seat. It just looks like blue and black embellishments on the top. So then I decided to follow along with Heather in the fact that she has her clusters up in the top left-hand corner, down there in the bottom left, and then up in the top right-hand corner, and then she has her journaling in the section between the photos, kind of in the middle of the page on the right. So I'm going to follow that as well and use all of my embellishment clusters in those areas. Now, what you'll notice there is that I went ahead and added a teepee and the other half of that 2x2 square, as well as a little label sticker. And honestly, you can't even tell that that's really a teepee. It just more looks like color was added to that section there. I did go ahead and pull out a second card to use as my journaling card. I went ahead and cut the top off just so I have a small blue line instead of the wording that was there, and then put in my journaling. This layout talks about how this park that is probably about 30 minutes from us, the way that the equipment is set up, it really lends itself to being a American Ninja Warrior type park. So every time we go, that's what the boys want to do. They want for me to create a obstacle course for them by telling them where they have to go, and then they time each other and see who can get through it the fastest. So that is what Anderson is doing here. He's just climbing over things, climbing up things, jumping off stairs, going in and out. And that picture on the far left, even though it is like the final picture, that's where they had to end up, was on top of this rock wall. It should have been probably on the right hand side, but the way he was looking, it just fit better on the left. And I think that that's just a perfect picture of him. He was so excited to get to the top of that rock wall. I did use these thickers. They are kind of the newer thickers that have the foam underneath and then the chipboard on top of it. So I'm really glad that American Crafts has figured out that their chipboard stickers don't stick very well. And then I pulled out these Lawn Fawn stickers in the orange to spell out the word American, just because it was so long and I don't know that it would have fit in that black lettering. I did have to move over that Play Hard Kiddo sticker to make sure that the wording fit as well. After I had completed the layout, I decided that it needed something more. This card needed something more. So I went ahead and pulled out some black and white twine and added that to the bottom of the card. Now I did pull in small pieces from the kit, so some hearts and stars, but I felt like I needed something else. And I have these Pebbles dots. They're not enamel dots, they're more just puffy dots. So I went ahead and added the black, the yellow, and like that teal color to each one of the clusters. And then I decided to put the date with my roller date stamp on that orange label. So that is my layout. So here is my final layout as well as some close-ups. Make sure that you check out all of the other ladies. I'm so excited to see who they scrap lift and what they came up with this month. There's lots of talent in this year's collaboration, and I'm so excited that Nicole put all of this together for us. If you enjoyed this video, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. If you haven't done so already and you want to see more double page layouts, make sure you hit that subscribe button because that's all you're going to get on my channel. Thanks everyone for watching, and I hope that you have a scrappy day.